Hey, what's up, everyone? Joe here from Subtle Art Soap. Hope you're all doing well. So, I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do a video showing my honing process. Now, I know there's a lot of different techniques out there. There's a lot of debate on, you know, what's the best way to hone and, do's and don'ts of honing, that kind of thing. But this is my process. This works for me. I've gone through a couple different processes learning how to hone, and this is kind of where I've landed right now. That doesn't mean I might change something, in a month or two. I may find something pretty cool that I like, but this is what I've been doing for a while now, and this is what I'm gonna keep doing. Now, first thing I want to mention is the razor I'm going to be using is a vintage Geneva cutlery, and this is one of the ones that I recently restored, put the new scales on. And when I do a vintage straight razor, I always use tape. And I know there's a lot of debate over that. I'm not saying that tape is the way to go or no tape is the way to go. I'm saying I use tape, especially on vintage razors, because I don't know how it was honed prior to me getting it. I mean, these Genevas and some of the other ones I have are pretty old, and I don't know what the honing process was. So I just use tape, and then I just continue to use tape. Now, when it's a new straight razor, like the Dovos that I have on my website, I usually won't use tape on those unless it's a decorative spine, with the gold inlay and things like that. I'll put a layer of tape on just to protect it. But when I do vintage razors, I pretty much always do tape. I set the bevel with the tape. So we'll get started here. Now this is a Shapton 1000. I'm gonna give it a quick lap, get a little bit of a slurry here. And this is an Atoma 600 that I use to lap with. Okay, a little bit of a slurry there. Should be good. And then I just start doing half strokes to get that bevel set. Now I like to do 40 in one direction and then 40 in another direction. And then I'll come back, I'll do half of that. Yeah, I think that was 20. I don't know. Then I'll go half of that. Half of that. Then we stop at 5. And then I just get that out of the way. And then I just start doing some regular strokes here. You can see we're building up a lot of swarf here, so this thing's cutting really good. A little bit of an undercut, that's good. This one had a little bit of a chip in the toe, and that's kind of what I'm trying to work out right now. Now, by all means, I know there's people out there that might watch this that are, experts at honing. And if you have any advice, any tips, or tricks that you want to give me, feel free to comment below. I will not get offended if somebody has a better technique out there that they think might work, or maybe a little easier for me. Let me clean this off. See what we got here. Yep, that chip's coming out. I can already see that chip starting to come out. Keep going a little bit longer here. Now I'm probably going to cut this video a little bit because it's going to go a little bit long. I don't want it to be too incredibly boring. I think we're getting, yeah, this is coming along really nice. And we'll just finish it off on this stone with a couple of X strokes here. Now, I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on this. I mean, I am pressing down a little, but I'm not really torquing on it that hard. I'm just trying to keep even pressure. Here. I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see if we have a bevel. I like this little trick. I see Dr. Matt do this a lot. I think it's a cool little trick, or a cool little thing to see if you have an edge. So just with the weight of the blade, we'll see if we have an edge here. Yep. All the way out to the toe. I probably got to work that heel a little bit more. Let's check that. See if that's any better here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting a little bit more pressure down by the heel here. Oh, this particular blade did have, like I said, the chip in the toe. It had a couple other chips on the edge, so it's going to take a little bit longer to work these out. But we're definitely getting there. We're just about done here. Better. Yeah, we're good there. Alrighty. Now we're going to go to a 5K. Now it's important to do the same amount of strokes on each side. At least I think it is. Try and get as close as I possibly can to making sure I get the same amount of strokes on the same side, but I do lose count. Yeah, this one's looking good too. So I catch myself. When I go to flip it, I'll catch myself because sometimes I'll go like this and then I'll flip it this way instead of flipping it. You know, I'll flip it. What am I doing? I'll flip it this way instead of coming down here and flipping it over on its spine. Got myself confused there for a minute. We definitely have a nice undercut going here. Got some swarf buildup, and basically what we're doing is just taking away the material. We're smoothing out the scratch marks from the 1K. And that's basically all you're really doing is once you set your bevel, now it's just a matter of refining it. I mean, could you shave with a 1K edge? Yeah, but it's not gonna be very comfortable. Clean this off. I'm sorry if I get really quiet here, because when I do this, I get very, very focused. It's almost like a Zen-like thing for me. I just get really focused, and it was very calming for me. I'm going to give this a quick check with the scope, and then we'll keep on going. Let's see what we got here. So all I'm really doing is looking for any issues, but we're good. The chip is still there. I have to work that out a little bit more. I think what I'm going to do is just round that out. I think I'm going to go back to the 1K and round that whole thing out. Still there. So we are going to go back to our 1K. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to round out this tip here. So all I'm doing is just lifting the blade up, creating a much steeper angle for this toe here. What I'm going to do is round this thing out, round this toe out. Just take this chip right out. Yeah, there we go. But you don't want to go too deep, you know, you don't want to dig into the stone and make a big gouge in your stone. I'm just lifting it off, lifting the spine off the stone, and just working that chip right out. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, there we go. Can already tell. Yep. Yep, chip's gone. The chip is gone. I'll do a couple more passes on this stone. And then we'll go back to the 5K. All I'm really doing right now is just making sure I'm evening out that bevel, just in case I did. Just in case I did anything to the bevel that I had already set when I was taking that chip out. So all I'm doing right now is just making sure that bevel is even. Make sure we're still good here. Yep. All the way out to the toe. Good. And that's it. That one's good. We'll go back to the 5K for a little bit. And then we'll hit that. So from this point, it shouldn't take much longer from this point, because I know I have a bevel. All the chips that were in the blade are gone. The big one up at the toe is gone. So now it's just a matter of refining that edge. I'm getting some nice bubbles here, which is what we want. It's one of our tells that we're getting a nice edge. You can see these bubbles forming right here. It's a nice cluster of bubbles. That's what you want. think we're good there. We're going to move on to our 8K now. All right, here's our 8K. We'll give it a quick, lap. We'll do some nice easy X strokes on here. And I can feel that this one's starting to get really sticky. And we're getting our bubble cluster. So we got a nice edge on this one already. But we're going to go up to 12K, and then we're going to finish on a French black shadow. Now, I didn't change the tape, and I know, a lot of people, when you use tape, a lot of people like to change it on every stone. I don't see a significant amount of wear on the tape. If I did, I would change it, but I don't see a significant amount of wear on this tape, so I'm going to leave it. That. Now we're going to roll to our 12K. Got a quick lap. All I'm really doing is, I know these are flat. I've already lapped them. I do this every time I hone. But I'm just doing a quick just to clean it off, really. Because I know they're flat. And then we'll just do some nice X strokes on this one. Nice and easy. I can already feel this one starting to get sticky. Suctioning right to the stone, so this is going to be a good shave. I used to have I had a microscope that hooked up to my laptop, and I think that just made me a little nutty when it came to honing, because I was looking for I don't know what I was looking for. I was looking for an absolutely perfect edge, and I was constantly criticizing it. I stopped using that, and I started using a couple of techniques that I heard Devin Jackson using. And it kind of made things a little bit easier for me. A nice bubble cluster. Made things a little bit easier for me, and I started to kind of go through the honing a little bit faster, but I was getting better edges. I wasn't fixated on that absolute perfect edge, because if it shaves comfortable, it's a good edge. In my opinion. All right. I think that's good there. Now we're going to come to our bad boy here, our French black shadow. This is a stone that I recently got, and I've been using it a lot lately as a finishing stone, and I really like it as a finishing stone. Now, it comes with its own slurry stone. It's just a piece of the same stone. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But I'll do the same thing with this, just a quick lap. My 600 Octoma. Got a little bit of a slurry in there. And then we'll just do some really light strokes on this. Because, you know, the edge is there. This is just to finish and refine, polish that edge. And then what I'll do from here is I'll go to my strop. I'll strop it. Then I'll come back to this stone for just a couple of strokes. And then that'll be that. And then I'll shave with it. And that's my process. This is pretty much my process. I've been getting good edges, comfortable shaves. You know, I think it's important to, you know, try out a whole bunch of different techniques. Look at a lot of different videos, get some tips from a bunch of different people who have been honing for a long time. Frank at Straight Gold Shaves, great tips on honing. Devin Jackson, like I said. There's another site, Tomo Nagura. They have some great tips there. But Caleb McCullough does some great honing videos. I think that's good. So, you know, you just get a whole bunch of tips and tricks from a lot of different videos, and you try and put together your own, you know, what works best for you. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to strop this. I'll come back. I'll give it a couple of quick strokes on here, and then we'll do a shave test. See you in a few. All right, what's up? So we're back, and we're going to be shaving with the razor that you just watched me hone. Love how this one turned out. And we're going to be using, the soap we're going to be using is our new Citrus Bay Rum. This one comes out tomorrow. It's available on our website. Right now it's exclusively on our website. If you're a member of Shave Dad, you can head over to Shave Dad. And I'm doing a giveaway. I think it's good until, I think it's on until February 7th. But I already started whipping up the lather just to save a little bit of time. Check it out. Nice. The brush I'm using is a Nameless Works. I love the handle on that. The handle design on that. It's really cool. Well, let's just get to it and see how this edge turned out. I showed you my process on how I hone. And like I said in the video, there's a lot of different techniques out there. There's a lot, people do it a lot of different ways, many different ways. You know, and the key is finding that technique that works, you know, best for you. I did put a lot of water in this. When I'm using a straight razor, I want that lather really hydrated. But, you know, the good thing with our soap is it can take a lot of water. I love the scent on this one. It's West Indian Bay, blood orange, pink grapefruit, and clary sage. It's just a really nice, fresh, citrusy twist on like a classic Bay Rum. All right, you know what? Let's just get right to it. Let's see how this edge turned out. I think we're going to be good. Yep. Works for me. That turned out really nice. I do have a couple spots where I nicked myself a few days ago, so it's very possible that I'll hit one of those again. But, you know, you saw my honing technique. You know, like I said, if anybody has any advice, any tips that they'd like to share, I am all ears. I am by no way a master at this, but I do get some really nice edges. Let's do this. There we go. That's always a tricky spot for me, right around here. Because I have neck hair that grows weird. Halfway, it grows down, and then here, it grows up. Drying out a little bit. There's a spot under my nose that I hit. I got the other day. I'm trying to be really careful right around here. See it right there? It's that spot I got. So we're going to try not to hit that. All right. I'm sure I'll get a lot of criticism about the honing, and that's fine. You know, like I mentioned before, there's so many different techniques out there. But I welcome any comments or tips you have. I'm going to rinse off real quick and we'll do a second pass. Alright, let's fire off a second pass here. And this citrus bay rum is so nice. I really hope you guys enjoy this one. Sadie and I are really, really happy with it. Really liked how it turned out. It was one of those soaps that I just, you know, I kept blending different fragrances or different fragrance blends, different essential oils. And it was just, you know, I kept throwing them out. I didn't like this one. I didn't like that one. And I'm going to give this a really quick strop. I like to do a strop between passes. Probably don't have to, but I think it helps, you know, a little. All right. Oh, yeah. Down around my chin here is always really tricky for me. I was a little bit worried about this blade, you know, because like I was saying during the honing video, there was a chip right here. And I was able to take that out. And it's shaving really nice. Put a little bit more on here. I put so much water in this that it starts to thin out a little bit. I think we're good. All right, we'll do a rinse and then we'll be done. Yeah, that's good. That's nice. Alrighty. Citrus Bay Rum. Oh, yeah. What you're going to find is the scent strength on the aftershave splash is stronger than the soap. But that's usually, you know, if you're familiar with my soaps, I don't make the soaps. They're not scent bombs. They kind of all roll right in the medium range. But I do go a little bit stronger with the splash. I mean, I think that only makes sense, right? All right, that will do it. I just wanted to do a video and show you the shave, and let you know that tomorrow Citrus Bay Rum comes out. It'll be on our website, and the giveaway on Shave Dad Facebook group. Make sure you head over there and check that out and enter that giveaway. You'll win a set of the Citrus Bay Rum soap. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.